This is Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gamez Law Firm.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights. We're in Converse, Texas, Rutledge Stadium for a big 13-5A Division I district game. It's Mac and it's Wagner here on Thursday Night Lights. Good evening, everybody. Don Harris along with Chuck Mikatinik with you again tonight. Chuck, we're halfway through our season, believe it or not, with tonight's game. District play all underway. Doesn't matter what you did before. Both of these teams still have a shot at district if they can win the rest of the way.
You're absolutely right, Don. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to make any bones about it, right? This is a severely top-heavy district when you're talking about the reigning state champs in Smithson Valley. You got Piper. You got New Braunfels. These teams are some of the best in the area. You throw Seguin, Bernie Champion in there. However, to your point, the general belief is that the fourth playoff spot in this league is sort of wide open. So with that in mind, this is a must-win game both for MacArthur and for Wagner here this evening.
Early in the season, already a must-win, but both of these teams know it after the way they started. The MacArthur Brahmas, well, they're led by their quarterback, and he is one of the rare seniors on this team, Trey Richmond.
Yeah, Trey Richmond's got just about everything you want in a signal caller, right? He's got the strong cannon arm, great with his feet. He's had to learn a new offense this year under a new coaching staff, but he's really, really done a great job this year. Got a college offer this week, and we'll talk about that a little later on in the broadcast.
On the other side, it's the Wagner team that is big. They've got some big boys, including LaTroy Bradford up front.
Two-year powerlifting letterman? They didn't tell us that, right? LaTroy's another guy having a great career. His issue has been he only started making the camp circuits this past summer, so he started to get on some people's radars. You are going to see a lot of people lining up for the services of LaTroy Bradford when this season is over.
All right, you can't make it any bigger than this. It's must win on homecoming here for the Wagner Thunderbirds. It's MacArthur. It's Wagner. It's Thursday Night Lights. When we come back, our Gamez Law Firm keys to the game.
This is Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gamez Law Firm.
We are at Rutledge Stadium in Converse, Texas for tonight's District 13 5A Division I battle between Wagner and MacArthur. It's time for our Gamez Law Firm keys to the game. We start with Coach Jordan Ricker's MacArthur Brahmas.
Yeah, Coach Ricker likes what he sees from this offense as they learn a new scheme this season. So the first thing they want to do tonight, execute what the game plan is. Secondly, a key seemingly for every game, don't turn the ball over. And then, Don, you talked about Wagner's size. They want to match their physicality.
As for Wagner, Jason Starrin runs that funky offense. What do we call it? The flex bone. What are his keys tonight?
Well, again, no turnovers, and then he wants to see a clean operation tonight. They've been a little heavy on the forced goof-ups, if you will, so to speak, so they don't want to force any penalties tonight, and then they, too, want to be able to stop the run tonight.
Here's Coach Jason Starrin.
We have high character, high integrity kids. Our pillars are T3, tough, trustworthy team. And in terms of being trustworthy, they're high integrity kids. And I got to give credit to the coaches, because they're the ones in position meetings preaching that. We've played an extremely tough schedule. I mean, there's no excuses, but it's one of the toughest schedules in the district, and it's not going to get any easier. We have it's a very top heavy district, even with some parity. So we have to spot the ball. We have to keep playing, and we're not going to back down.
All right, that's Coach Darren. When we come back, we'll have our national anthem as we close in on kickoff on Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Little Caesars, the Gamez Law Firm, Beluga Air, DH Plumbing, Rush Max, Mega Furniture, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Absolute Power Electrical Contractors, Christus Children's, Gautier Formal Dresses, The Good Feet Store, Collision Experts of Alamo Heights, South Texas Family Medicine and Urgent Care, TELUS Equipment, Ideal Precision Roofing, Brazilian Top Team, and Monarch Trophy Studio.
And here come the Brahmas. Chuck, do you say Brahmas or do you say Brahmas?
So over the time, I'm on the Brahma bandwagon now. So
Okay.
It's been a couple of decades. It was Brahmas early, but I'm Brahmas now.
You know, I did a pep rally over there one year, and I said, I get emails from you guys, so once and for all, is it Brahmas or is it Brahmas? 1, 2, 3. Brahmas, man. It's 50-50 coming from the
It's joined by Kirby and Master Football. Here come your Wagner Thunderbirds.
This District 13 5A showdown here on homecoming at Rutledge Stadium. Always good to be here in Converse. Beautiful night for football, too. It's cooled down some.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun ball game to watch, because as we move through this ball game, you'll see the youth of these MacArthur Brahmas, and then on Wagner, they've got some seniors, but they're sort of new to the experience side of things. So both of these teams had a packed schedule so far, and I think we're going to see a good one here tonight.
Wagner won the toss but deferred, so the MacArthur Brahmas will have it first.
So you can't go wrong. If you call them Brahmas in the first quarter and Brahmas in the second quarter and then switch back, you can float back and forth. But I am for sure on the Brahmas train.
Okay, then
my problem stems when we talk about the San Antonio Brahmas. I want to call them Brahmas too.
Well, why would they be different?
I don't know, man. It's two different squads.
But it's the same bull. It's the same.
Speaking of bull,
It's the same mascot. Wouldn't be different. All right, let's turn it over to our public address announcer, Milton Hope, as we get ready for tonight's
Retired Sergeant
national
First Class
anthem.
Wayne Harper. Cadets presenting the colors tonight. United States Flag Color Guard Commander Cadet Captain Jasmine Ramirez. Texas flag carried by Cadet Sergeant Xavier Rehak. Battalion flag by Cadet Sergeant Imani Parker. The guards for tonight, United States Guard Captain, Cadet Captain Brandon Dominguez, and the Texas Guard Cadet Sergeant Miguel Guzman. Please remain standing and remove your hats as members of the Wagner High School Choir, joined by Wagner alumni, under the direction of Ms. Antoinette Harris, pay tribute to our great nation, our men and women in uniform around the world, with the singing of our national anthem.
Game Time Weather is sponsored by Beluga Air.
Welcome back. We are about to get this thing underway right now. Underway, not underwear. Time for our Beluga Air Game Time Weather. I got air in my head. I got weather in my head. It's 88 degrees, as predicted by the great Chris Suchan. The cold front is coming through about this time, and the temperature's dropping. The wind is kicking up. We're going to have some 22-mile-an-hour gusts. And, Chuck, we were down there at 4:30, and it was hot. And then right at about 5:10, man, that breeze started coming in. You could tell that the front was coming through, and it's going to be a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, and you see Jordan Ricker right here. You got to like this, right? Guy coaching at his alma mater, was a part of the 06 state semifinal squad for the MacArthur Bramas. He's going to turn 37 here next month. Young coach, his twin brothers coaching also around town. And he was the D coordinator at Alamo Heights for the last 5 seasons under Ron Ritteman. And Jason Starren, he's been at Wagner, had a lot of winning teams over the years, done an outstanding job with these T-Birds on and off the field. And Don, we'll watch as this game unfolds. Wagner is going to be one of the more physical teams we see all season long.
It's our first half kickoff, sponsored by the Good Feet Store. And the Bramas will watch it go out of bounds, and we will see that offense first. We told you in our pregame setup, they are led by Trey Richmond, the 6'1", 187-pound senior. On the year, he's completing 51% of his passes. He's got 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for 288 yards. He also has run it 34 times. And looks like we're going to tee this back up and re-kick it, as Mac has decided on that penalty to let it go out of bounds to choose the do-over.
Look at them trying to get an advantage here on special teams. Maybe thinking they can do something great here right off the kick.
I'm wondering about that 2006 MacArthur team you're talking about. They had a team that lost in the semis, but went back to the final because of an ineligible player. Remember that?
I do not.
They lost in the semis, but ended up playing in the state championship game because of an ineligible player, and they ended up playing Cedric Benson and Midland Lee as Max got a nice return going here across the 40 down the sideline. Could he go all the way? Speed to burn. Touchdown, Brahmas. We've got a flag down, but Theo Abraham showing some speed.
Indeed. Well, that's exactly what MacArthur had in mind when they wanted the re-kick, right? They thought they were going to be able to do something special on special teams. They did, but sadly for them, they will be coming back.
Well, all the players cleared the field, and officials had some issues with the communication. I saw him point, but I didn't see what the penalty was. It might be from the spot, the hold right there from the spot at the 40.
Holding, number 9 on receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, Ron Tatch, our referee tonight, he's got it sorted out, so Mac will have it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line after just an electric play by Theo Abraham, who showed some speed there because that T-Bird had an angle on him.
Yeah, it looked like we may have seen a little hold there right at the top. Great call by Mr. Tatch and his officiating crew here to start this ball game as we get our first look at Chris Richmond, a.k.a. Trey.
All right, so here we go with the Brahma offense. He's joined by Trayvon Charrington, his leading rusher who wears number 4. It's a Rush Max first down for MacArthur. They'll hand to Charrington. He's got a hole, cuts it outside, and gets to midfield and more. And that's a Rush Max first down for the Brahma offense.
Sure was, and not probably soon enough to start talking about Wagner missing one of their best defensive linemen here tonight. They hope to get him back by the end of the season, but a nice gash play for MacArthur to start this ball game.
Richmond brings a man in motion again here. Another Rush Max first down. Goes to Charrington again. This time it goes nowhere as the interior front of that Wagner defensive line holds true. Here's a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Little Caesars. Of course, we've told you about the quarterback and the running back. This is a very young team, and they've got a sophomore, Jace Beza, and a junior guard up front. And they've got sophomores all around on this Brahma team. 2nd down and 12. Richmond rolls right, fires. And that ball was knocked down. Good coverage there by the linebacking core. Jeremiah Cruz in on the play. Ebubi Charleston Wankwo is a name that I'm going to have to say a lot tonight. And that's challenging, but boy, is he a player.
Well, he was in on that run stuff a couple of plays ago, and they got some big dudes up there on that D line, and you see how they like to stack the box.
It's 3rd down and 12 for Trey Richmond. 3 receivers to his right, looks that way, rolls that way, fires short, and it's just behind the intended receiver. A little low and outside, falls incomplete to Kellen Polanski. And so they'll run out the kicking team, and that's Jordan Rios who will punt it away.
Some early fireworks here in this ball game. MacArthur returning the opening kick for a touchdown, but brought to midfield because of the penalty. And great job by the Wagner defense here, forcing an early off-the-field opportunity.
Gives a fake look, then gets off a nice kick. It's going to bounce all the way inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. by Rios. And the T-Birds will be backed up for their first possession.
Now we'll get our first look at the Wagner Thunderbirds on offense. And you got a sophomore quarterback in there, Don, and it's been little interesting early on in the season as Javonte Hughes and the rest of this offense try to get the nuances of this flexbone offense. We'll see how they do here tonight.
Tell you what, for a 15-year-old Javonte, boy, is he a spectacular looking athlete. Keeps it himself, gets across the 5 to the 6-yard line. We take a look at the rest of that offense. Senior-laden offensive line led by LaTroy Bradford, the big left tackle that we talked about in the pregame. Houston Sims, their running back, is a captain, wears number 0. He's got 93 yards on the season. But J'Anthony Joyner Price, 350 yards and 5 touchdowns already on the year. And that'll be a rush max first down. Speak of the devil, as Price takes it and picks up the first down.
Yeah, he's the fullback in this offense, and they've had some really talented guys at Wagner, as you well know, Don, over the years back there toting the rock. Again, this is one of those teams, one of those years for Coach Starren where he's trying to grow up this offense early.
I'm going to throw it here. One-on-one coverage, and there's a little bump at the end of that play, but not enough, and we have Laundry down on the field, one-on-one at the top. And I believe they're going to get defensive holding on that corner who was in coverage.
Yeah, it looked like Joshua Clay, number 1 from MacArthur, was stride for stride there, but we'll see if they called something very early on in that tree route.
Holding. Defense number 1. 10-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
You got it, partner. He had him one-on-one, and just there was a reason he was able to run with him. Yeah, held him up a little bit. It'll be a rush max first down, and we'll take another look at it.
Yeah, I don't think Wagner was thinking that MacArthur, I beg your pardon, was thinking about going for a home run ball, but now you could see that Clay clearly got him there at the end of the pass route.
So they toss it left. That's Sims. And he gets a good yardage there on first down, picks up about 7. That flex bone, really interesting. It's, just like the veer or the wishbone, it brings back great memories of option football. But as you said, and as we've seen with Wagner over the years, that fullback is lined up real close to the quarterback, and it hits quickly when they hand it to him. And there he is. That's Joyner Price. Again, he's already got 58 carries on the year. Leads them by a mile in that category.
You have to really watch your keys if you're MacArthur. This is pretty shifty stuff that you're having to watch snap to snap in small spaces. Got to be able to get off, slide off your guy, and see if you can rally to the ball. But it is very difficult, especially when Wagner is at its peak running this offense.
This time they fake it and pitch it to Sims. He's got the corner. He's got the 40. Close to the marker. And it looks like he's going to pick up another rush max first down, and he does.
You see what I'm talking about? I mean, right there, they hit you on a couple of inside runs, and so your eyes go to the inside. Next thing you know, ball's pitched outside. And these guys are moving down the field here on their first possession.
.801 to play here, first quarter action, Wagner and MacArthur. This time the quarterback keeper, good read by the defensive end. Coming up from the secondary was Carson Lacotte, the sophomore, coming in to make the tackle on Hughes.
Yeah, speaking of sophomores, right? They got a lot of them at MacArthur, and they're all pretty darn good. I mean, they got 9 guys that are starting that are sophomores, and they've got 10 that will play. So Coach Ricker and his staff trying to grow up these young Brahmas too.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Wagner as Hughes barks out the signals. Joyner Price behind him, hands off inside. And Price is still fighting, but he's kind of wrangled down there by Lyndon Schaefer, another sophomore at 5'7", 172.
Yeah, Lyndon Schaefer would not be denied that tackle. He stayed right with it and was able to make a really good play against a really talented running back.
Schaefer, one of their leading tacklers on the season. That'll set up 3rd down and 5. Here at midfield, you would think they're in 2-down territory for the Thunderbirds here, especially with that running game. And especially with Price, who has been so explosive all season. They fake it to him, pitch it wide again. MacArthur stays at home, forces it outside. And a gang of Brahmas there to bring it down. Great defense, stringing it out. In on the tackle, Isaac Heath leading the way with a bunch of his teammates.
Yeah, Theo Abraham, 28, another sophomore, doing an outstanding job out there on the edge. He would not be blocked. He was actually the guy that stopped that play initially, at least allowed time for his buddies to get there to rally home and make the tackle.
All right, so Julius Jackson looks like he'll punt it away. Kellen Polanski back deep to receive it. It's a high kick. Polanski's telling everybody to get away from it, and they'll get the angle, and they'll mark it right at the 21. That's where MacArthur will have it. When we come back, 5:59 to play here, first quarter action. We're scoreless at Rutledge. Welcome back. Little Caesars requested that Matt Roy not work anymore because he eats all the pizza. Just kidding. But let's go down to Cordero McMurray, who's in tonight for Matt.
Welcome, everyone, to Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by Gamez Law Firm, and we're joined here with our title sponsor, Little Caesars, and we're here with Nash. Nash, welcome so much. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Tell us about Little Caesars and what makes y'all the game day spot.
Yeah, well, game day is all about keeping it fast, easy, and fun, and that's where we come in. We have specific deals for game days, so whether you're trying to feed your roster or you're trying to get a quick post-game snack, we do it all. We're ready for it.
Now, what's something about Little Caesars that folks may not know?
So a lot of people know us for our hot and ready pizzas, and while that is true, this is where it really gets fun. You can customize your pizza in a variety of ways, different crust options like thin crust, deep dish, and my personal favorite, stuffed crust. And you can put whatever type of toppings you want on there. So that's where it really gets exciting, and that's what I'm most excited about.
My favorite is the thin crust. And really quickly, new menu items. You brought Little Caesars pizza here. I gotta have some. I haven't eaten all day. Can we try some?
Yeah, for sure. So we recently kicked off our newest variety of puffs. So we brought our cheesesteak puffs for you to try. If you haven't tried them yet, come on by before they're gone because they're only limited time, and they're definitely really good.
All right, I'm about to bite into one. In the meantime, really quickly, what are some deals that folks may not know?
So all of our deals are on the website or the app, littlecaesars.com, under the Today's Deals tab. We have deals for every day of the week, not just game days. So when I want pizza, that's the first place I go. So I would be sure to check those out as well.
Nash, these are fire. All right, guys, I'm sending it back to you. There's no more pizza left.
Oh, boo, Cordero.
It's okay. It's okay, Chuck. If you look out to your right from the press box here on the 4th floor, you can actually see a Little Caesars.
Yeah, there's one right around the corner, which is great for us here, right? Not that far to go.
We could go at halftime and get back, I think.
Yeah, nice job, fellas.
Second down long here for Mack. Richmond rolls to his left, fires back, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver. Should have been a completion. Andy Mendoza could not hang on to it. It'll set up third down.
Yeah, that's one you got to have if you're MacArthur, right? Did a great job. Did Trey rolling out to his left. Not his strong side, obviously, but he threw that one dime on time, and sure would have been a nice first down pickup for MacArthur. Instead, they're looking at third and 7 or 8.
We'll call it 7 for Trey Richmond, as he's got 4 receivers, 3 to the left. He rolls that way. Now he fires, got a man down there, but good defense. In fact, it was tipped by the Wagner D. Back there for Wagner. In coverage there was Emmanuel James.
Yeah, the junior captain. It's like, fool me once, shame on you, right? That time MacArthur ran a similar play with that ball being so wide open, but Emmanuel James in the right place at the right time. Looked like it was going to be another easy completion attempt. Emmanuel James says, nope, I'm going to get a PBU instead.
Jordan Rios back to punt. Put that one inside the 5 last time. He's got the little Aussie roll to his right. Gets a good hop here again. And it'll be stopped short just of the 35-yard line. And that's where the T-Birds will have it when we come back. 4:38 to go here in the first quarter.
And welcome back to Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by Gamez Law Firm. And we're here with one of our title sponsors for tonight, Gamez Law Firm. We're joined here by attorney Vincent Vasquez. Now, Vincent, really quickly, tell us what inspired you to, support our community, and what made you go into personal injury law?
So Mr. Gamez and the Gamez Law Firm have been representing Texans for over 50 years. We're a full-service personal injury firm that represents clients from the time they're injured to their case is resolved. We have a deep desire to help the community when they're in times of need, and sometimes that involves being involved in the courtroom and representing them when they're injured.
And outside of that courtroom, how do you guys, just give back to youth programs, schools, and things like that?
Sure. So we do a number of things for the community throughout the year that don't involve the courtroom. For example, we have back-to-school drives where we provide school supplies to needy children. We provide scholarships to students in need so they can advance their goals of higher education. We also work with organizations that provide services to families who unfortunately have children who are diagnosed with cancer. Most recently, we helped with the tragic flooding in the Hill Country by providing supplies and meals to those responding to that disaster.
And what does it mean for you personally to give back to student athletes here in San Antonio?
Well, so Mr. Gamez is a lifelong resident of San Antonio, born and raised here, as are many of our lawyers. We know how important high school football is here in San Antonio and Texas, and so it's great to be a part of bringing those games to the community.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm sending it right back to you.
All right, Price with a big 24-yard run, and now Hughes wants to go downfield. Got a man, caught. Touchdown, Wagner. A big run and a big pass completion, and the T-Birds are on the board.
Well,
Joe Zane Scott.
Yeah, Don, they had that home run ball available early in the game. You see how much attention you have to have in order to stop this flex bone run offense, but one little hand fake right there, a nice drop, and well done, well executed by these Wagner T-Birds, and Monte Hughes throwing a dime right there, his second TD pass of the season.
Wagner leads it 7-0. Mac will try to answer when we come back.
And welcome back to Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by Gamez Law Firm. And we're joined here by our TNL Scholar Athletes sponsor, Beluga Air. And it's none other than Joe Corchado and his young son, Alejandro. Joe, really quickly, what does it mean for Beluga Air to be a sponsor for these guys out here tonight?
Well, it's an honor to be able to give out to put the people that put the work in the school and on the field. Definitely want to give them a reward and a pat on the back.
Absolutely. And when we're speaking of Beluga Air, when is a good time to check systems for heat tune-ups?
So right now, as the weather's fixing to change, systems that have gas system, we want to check for gas leaks, carbon dioxide. Just make sure that the home is safe. That's the main thing, safety. So that's what we've always been around, is building trust with the homeowner and the families.
And for those out there, financing options, is there anything out there for folks if they're looking to do some financing options?
Oh, yeah. So we definitely have financing options, even from repairs. Now, we're not always financing just system replacements, but we have from no interest all the way to a low monthly payment. Whatever you need, we have it.
All right, Joe. Well, we appreciate you guys. I'm sending it back to you.
All right, thanks, Joe. Love Joe. Told you I had those guys out to my house recently. Beluga, they will shoot you straight. They will never try to sell you something you don't need. Gautier Formal Dresses band cam up. Man, I noticed earlier tonight, both bands looking sharp, sounding great. Got the full unis on. We're in that type of year where they don't have to wear shorts and T-shirts anywhere. They look the part. Double pass action.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Got a man wide open. Nice cutback to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, still on his feet, diving for the cone.
Oh, wanted to see it go all the way.
Side judge back there, Chris White, he's not going to ever miss it.
No, he will not.
C. White. He had him out of bounds about the 4-yard line. And
what a great play by MacArthur. You got to love it, man. We've seen some outstanding play calls here early in this football game. Lateral pass, and then down the field it goes. And then, oh, you're right, Don. What a great nifty, shifty feet play that was by 12.
Kellen Polanski going inside the absolute power red zone. It's a rush max first down for the Brahmas. Knocking on the door here, answering the call, keeping it. And Richmond's going to be knocked down short. Gets a gain of about 2. It'll be second down and goal from about the 2.
Yeah, shout out to both of these coaching staffs early on, right? A little made-for-TV plays right there we're seeing in this one.
Jordan Ricker reaching into his bag of tricks. And man, Kellen Polanski was wide open down there. Charrington there, bell cow. Got 70 carries on the year. They fake it to him and throw it, and it almost intercepted. A little miscommunication. I think that Richmond thought that Rios was going to run the slant. He kept it straight, and he threw the slant, and it was almost picked off.
Yeah, they really like their wide receivers here at MacArthur. They got some good ones. Polanski just a sophomore, but you're right, Don. Something wasn't right there, and MacArthur dodging a huge mistake here in the early going.
So now they're down to 3rd down and goal. Ball spotted right about the 2. Here's Richmond, gonna keep it himself, gonna walk in for the touchdown. The MacArthur Brahmas on the board. And we're an extra point away from being all tied up.
Yeah, nice counterpunch by the Brainers after the Wagner Thunderbirds hit him in the chops in the last drive. Home on ball to get him close. And then Trey says, thank you very much, and get off me.
So Polanski, who had the great play to get him down into scoring position. He's their punter. Afton Royal is their kicker. 32, not 12. Polanski will hold, though. He does. It's up, and it is good. And we're all tied up. That's 7 apiece, and we're back in 15 seconds.
At Brazilian Top Team San Antonio, our kids and teen classes build more than strength. From anti-bullying to mental resilience, your child becomes part of a community that lifts them up. Sign up today for a free trial class at bttsa.com.
2:23 to play here, first quarter action in a District 13 5A ball game. We told you about the outset, the standings in this district. They're the district of the defending state champion Smithson Valley Rangers. And boy, there's some really good teams in this district. Piper's really good. New Braunfels is really good. Seguin will fight you. And so when you talk about those 3 at the top and everybody else kind of fighting for that, you would assume 4th place playoff spot, just because it's so loaded. And oh yeah, don't forget Bernie Champion always in this league as well. So it is not easy to even get the 4th playoff spot in this district, and these 2 teams trying to fight for that mix over the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, Mac, according to Coach Starron, I mean, the way he looked at it was, man, they are trending up. They played some close games. You can tell Coach Ricker's got some really good coaches on his staff. He's doing a good job too, and they're getting after it. He said, we see a close matchup tonight, and so far he's been absolutely on point as we are at the 2:23 mark of the first quarter, all knotted at 7.
Hey, during the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. You know, the law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. That's coming up in the 4th quarter. Our school bus stop of the game. Brahma's looking to get a stop here. As that powerful Wagner offense comes back on, led by their sophomore sensation, Javante Hughes, fresh off a touchdown pass. Instead, hands inside to his star back, Gianthony Joyner-Price.
Some guys going whistle to whistle right there, too. Let's get it on, boys. I mean, this is a district tilt, and there's a lot riding on every single one of these from here on out.
Price reminds me of a guy that wore 20 at the University of Texas by the name of Earl Campbell. Bum Phillips in Houston once said, they said, hey, Coach, he gets up so slow. Are you okay with that? He said, yeah, because it goes down slow, too. And Houston Sims getting to the outside there with a gain.
Doing a really nice job of rallying to the football. And I'll tell you what, that's been one busy Brahma tonight. 88, Tanner Bean, the sophomore.
One of many getting a lot of valuable playing time this year for Mac. As it sets up 3rd down and 4. We're down to our final 90 seconds here of first quarter action. Hughes rolling left. Kind of covered up. Good coverage by the Brahmas. Those in between his 2 receivers. Really had no place to go with the football because of the coverage there. Isaac Heath, one of the guys, doing a great job.
I think Jason Starron had a thought there for a second, a notion to maybe go for it here on 4th down, but it would appear as though they're going to kick it away.
Julius Jackson does the honors there. They're in that kind of field position where a fake is possible. Looked like he kind of faked the fake and then kicked it. Check up right at about the 30. And now takes a Wagner roll inside the 25.
Oh, yeah. See how many yards extra you can get if you wand it down the field.
Down there. Don't forget about our Christus Children's $5,000 band grant. And make sure you stick around for the halftime show to hear both bands tonight. This is always a great program. One of the bands featured on TNL this year will win a $5,000 band grant. It's all based on votes. You can scan the QR code on your screen. Got to be 18 and living in our viewing area. Sponsored by Christus Children's. Final minute of the first quarter. Good one so far. All tied up at 7. And we'll see if the Brahmas can move it down the field. They've got all 3 timeouts in 54 seconds. Of course, timeouts don't matter in the first quarter. Rushmack's first down. Charrington's got it. Still fighting forward for positive yardage and picks up about 2.
And Wagner doing an outstanding job there, busting off the ball, playing beyond the line of scrimmage. But the fact that Mac was able to get even a single yard on that play was mighty impressive.
Set up second down and 8. And one more snap here in this first quarter. Richmond sends 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looks right, one-on-one coverage, throws the slant, and there's a big collision. And a nice pass break up there by Jeremiah Cruz. That might be your school bus candidate or our collision candidate.
Jeremiah Cruz is one busy dude the whole season here. 20 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He's got a hurry, he's got a forced fumble, and he's got potentially our hit of the game.
Rolling right, firing, completing. Across the 35 and another big hit. I believe that was Emmanuel James coming over there.
Yeah, Charrington, this dude's bulletproof. I mean, he took a heck of a shot right here and still ended up getting about another 6 inches on the play. I mean, what a nice rhythm timing play by MacArthur right there. And obviously Wagner doing a great job of rallying to the ball, but after the ball was away.
7 seconds to go here. Officially on the game clock. Rushmack's first down. Richmond under pressure, fires and almost intercepted. And that's going to do it here in the first quarter. Jamion O'Brien just missed coming up with the pick. But the Bramos will have it when we come back. It'll be second down and 10 when second quarter action gets underway here at Rutledge Stadium on TNL.
And welcome back to our Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights presented by Gamez Law Firm. And we're joined here by our TNL First Down sponsor, RushMax, and we're here with Joey Platt. Joey, what is your guys' mission at RushMax?
So basically, our mission at RushMax is to have inviting fun for everybody. There's a little bit of everything to do at my store. I go anywhere from like 6 to 33 and higher. I've got a little bit of everything to do. I've got bowling, arcade games, go-karts, laser tag. And for the adults, I've got a bar, I've got a full kitchen, I've got pool tables, I've got everything for everybody.
It's heaven. Now, what do you guys offer at RushMax to folks?
So at RushMax, we offer what's called a Max Pass. Max Pass is you get 2 hours of arcade time, unlimited soft play, unlimited laser tag, 1 hour of bowling at a time, but it's also unlimited. And then, again, go-karts is also something we do offer. It's just not included with the Max Pass. But a little bit of everything for everybody.
We love that. Now, this weekend, 1-year anniversary. Congratulations. What do you guys have special for this weekend?
Thank you. This weekend is Rocky's anniversary with RushMax being open for 1 year. We do have a celebration going on with him. It is $39.99. You're going to get 2 hours in the arcade, unlimited bowling, unlimited soft play, unlimited laser tag, and then we have a pizza buffet along with that for $39.99.
Everybody come on out. Joey, real quick, let's do the robot. Let's do it real quick. Ready? Go. Ooh. All right, guys, I'm sending it back to you.
How about that? The RushMax robot on TNL.
Good job, fellas, and thank you, Cordero. Doing a nice job tonight for us.
They do have it all there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so the MacArthur Brahmas will punt it away. Again, that Aussie rollout style. And good job there to bring it in by Wagner, and they'll have it at the 29-yard line as second quarter action gets underway.
Yeah, we've had a couple of explosive plays in this ball game, and hence the 7-7 score. But I think all things being equal, the defense has done a really nice job of getting off the field.
Yeah, you got to admire the fight of both these teams. Coming out here with a lot on the line. We talked about it pregame about the playoff possibilities.
You got to keep winning in this league no matter what. In all the leagues, obviously, but as top-heavy as things are, look out.
There's Price. Boy, if he doesn't get slowed down there around the shoulders, he's gone to the house again. Over 350 yards in the first few weeks of the season, 5 touchdowns. And just a right hand of the young man who did the kickoff earlier, Theo Abraham, slowed him up just a little bit to help his teammates catch up to him.
Yeah, Joshua Clay stops him or he's housing it.
It's a Mega Furniture first down. They go inside. Price again. Good yardage here on first down. Good for about 5 more. I remember the Butler kid they had a few years back, war number 1. L.J. Butler. Ran that position so well for them. Got deep into the playoffs a couple years in a row.
Well, they've definitely been a work in progress back there, but you can see that it's starting to come together slowly but surely.
Look at the adjustment there pre-snap. Kind of reminded you of Tom Landry's Cowboys. A lot of window dressing as they shifted that formation before the snap.
Yeah, and you can see how they really rely on some of these big guys up front, too. Bradford's 290. You got Irvin Houston on the other side that's 280, 6'5". Both fellas seniors. And then you got some little undersized guys there in the middle with Malone, Orabi, and Hill. But these guys are doing a good job moving people off the ball.
Go back to Price. It's been working. Picks up 4 or 5 more on first down, on a Mega Furniture first down right there. And he just gets stronger as the game goes on. He wants carries. You can tell he always looks back at the offensive play callers as if to say, let's go, give it to me again.
Yeah, now Salea's in there at the left guard position, so A lot of offensive linemen. If you play offensive line at Wagner High School, you're probably going to see the field with as many as they put down there on the ball.
They're in kind of a rhythm with Price now. He carries it again for another 3. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. And this is your typical Texas 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense from the 1970s right here.
Yeah, a little grit on the ground.
Just smash mouthing with their size, and they outweigh Mac by about 50 pounds a man up front. And there he goes. Price again for a big gasher for a first down. Mega Furniture first down. They move inside the red zone. The absolute power of red zone, right at it. See Price's numbers already with 11 totes on the night. Staring, giving his guys a little pace now, catch their breath. They've been going quickly. Shift the formation again to the left. Run it inside again. And Mac doing a good job of staying at home. You could see that they were tempting him with the fake and the pitch out to Josane Scott, who was coming in motion, but they stayed inside, and Mac wasn't fooled.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, the sophomore from MacArthur, 81. 21 tackles on the season. Give him another one right there. I think you're going to have some fun with his uniforms tonight, too, by the way.
I was just thinking the same thing. That's well done by them.
I'm thinking the same thing, too, right?
Inside handoff. A new back. They're letting Price rest a bit. So that carry was by Xavier Loera, senior. He's got 19 carries for 77 yards this year.
Jake Bonham on the stop. He's another guy having a great season. 31 tackles and counting. He's got 3 behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 3rd down and a full 4 here. It's Lara again. This time they run the quarterback keeper. Hughes keeps it, picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10 for the T-Birds.
You see what this does to the clock too, right? When you go on one of these long Wagner-style ball possession runs, they're doing a great job of eroding the clock as they move this thing down the field slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's almost as if Starin's like, okay, we're bigger, we're stronger, we're going to wear them down, start to impose our will, and they have on this drive. 1st and goal. Hughes rolling out, firing, got a man wide open, caught, and I don't know if they're going to call touchdown. Man, he got close. 2 Brahmans came over there and drilled him right at the goal line, but the ball crossed the plane, and it's a touchdown for Xavier Loera.
Outstanding job of playing what you see in front of you, right? You see that maybe MacArthur's starting to figure out how to stop your run, and then you give him an old okey doke here, and you go back up top. That's 2 straight touchdown passes now for Wagner the last 2 times they've thrown the football.
So here's the try. Ezekiel Villarreal's kick is good. And Wagner goes back in front, 14-7. Mac will try to answer when we come back.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by TELUS Equipment.
We're back in Converse, Texas. Mack and Wagner in a good one here with 5:46 to go in the first half at Rutledge Stadium. Wagner with a touchdown to go in front. Now Mack will try to answer here before halftime. He'll run the fake reverse on the kick. Here's the kid with the speed that we saw earlier, Trey Abraham. And he's got another long one across the 35. Good field position down to about the 38-yard line.
We must have seen something on tape because they sure like running around that left side, and we've already seen how explosive Polanski is. Fake one to him, but 28's having himself a nice ball game on special teams.
Theo Abraham has really shown his speed here in the first half, had that first one called back. It's a mega furniture first down now for Trey Richmond and his crew.
Yeah, plenty of time here left in the second quarter, 5:36 remaining, and the last time that Wagner scored a touchdown to take the lead, MacArthur came right back and answered, so we'll see what gives.
Trips left, they pitch it that way. They've got a blocker out there, but good job staying at home and riding him all the way out of bounds. That Wagner defense, DeMonte Drummer. On the tackle.
DeMonte doing a great job of wrapping up on that one. I don't think there's any question about that. Everybody saw it.
Loss of about 3. It'll be second down and long.
Coach couldn't say enough good things about DeMonte Drummer and how well he's matured over the years and turned himself into quite the ball player.
Richmond sends 3 to his right. Rolls that way. Got some pressure, now fires. And it's caught by Polanski. Nice low throw where only he could get it. He goes down and makes a nice catch. That'll make this somewhat manageable. In fact, it probably puts it in 2-down territory.
Yeah, Trey Richmond stringing that play out, doing an outstanding job. A little dangerous throw there. It looks like Wagner may have lost track of where the ball actually was on that sequence, but outstanding pickup there by Trey and company.
So he'll come to the line and inform all his teammates of the play. 3rd down and 5. Got a little bunch set to the left. Now rolls, pressured, got a man behind him, and he's dragged down for the sack. 44, Trezvant Mason in there on the tackle.
You see what pressuring the quarterback can do to help you on the back end. Mason tracking down the quarterback. If Trey had a little more time, maybe an extra half second, that may be going downfield for a huge completion, but 44 running down the QB and picking himself up a huge sack here to get his team off the field.
What a play.
Tell you what, that's probably the play of the night by 2.
All right, so we'll see here. 3:13 to go. Wagner's got it when we come back. .313 to go here in the first half. Hughes and the Wagner offense with the football again. Hughes keeps it himself for a gain of about 5 here on first down.
This is where Wagner really excels. End of quarter, got the ball. You want to make sure that you're running the clock, and if there's any opportunity to score, you take it, obviously, but make sure that this is the last positive possession in the first half of play.
Yeah, and they get the football to start the half, so they, Mac in a very precarious situation here. If they go down and score with 2:35 to go, and then get the ball back to start the third quarter, this could get away in a hurry from the Brahmas, so they need a stop here. And Wagner's got all 3 timeouts, 3rd and 3, content to let this clock roll. I might be in a little bigger hurry here. They got 3 timeouts. As ground heavy as they are, they can throw it. And now, the 2-minute timeout, the automatic 2-minute timeout comes, so that won't cost them one of their 3. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Hey, TNL highlights teams that are making a difference in our communities with the Beyond the Game program. Let's hear more about it from San Antonio Sports and Valero.
Beyond the Game is an initiative that works with all area school districts to encourage high school and middle school teams and individuals to make a difference within their student population and serve our community. We know that students who participate in team sports are setting the foundation for their future in the workplace by learning teamwork, unselfishness, and respect. This program recognizes high school and middle school teams and individuals for working together to make a difference in our community.
The principles of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service are central to Valero's culture. We are excited to team up with Beyond the Game to honor students who are dedicated to making meaningful contributions on and off the field.
Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue to positively impact more teams, coaches, and families. Teams will be recognized during the San Antonio High School All-Star Football Game in the Alamo Dome. If you want to nominate, you can visit sanantoniosports.org to learn more about the program and nominate teams and individuals today.
Yeah, TNL loves the Beyond the Game program. Jenny Carnes, her group over at San Antonio Sports and Valero, doing great things in our community. Here on 3rd and 3, they go to Price. No, he fakes it. Keeping it is Hughes. He's going to go the distance. Touchdown. I told Jason Starren pregame, I said, your offense makes it really hard for an old play-by-play guy to not get faked out, and I just did.
Look how quick this rip was on the read. That's as quick as they've run it all night long. I mean, this was absolutely a thing of beauty by Javonte Hughes.
The extra point to come. Ezekiel Villarreal trying to make it 21-7. And does. Let's see what you were talking about, partner.
Yeah, I mean, Javonte Hughes has been great throwing the ball tonight, and then look at this. I mean, that was just, look at that. I mean, like half the Brahmas team Brahmas, went towards the center of the field, and you get a walk-in touchdown from distance for Javonte Hughes. Wow.
Really good ball handling there by the quarterback, and that's a big part of these option offenses that they run at Georgia Tech or used to, and Navy. Those options, just Jamel Holloway, the most famous there at Oklahoma back in the day. San Antonio's own Thomas Lott, who was a magician with the football at Oklahoma during the Wishbone days.
Yeah, so Javonte came into this ball game averaging up 5 or 6 yards per tote. Again, just a sophomore trying to learn this offense, and he said it was kind of 50-50 when they were going through program trying to figure out who's going to play quarterback, and they had a two-man race. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you have multiple guys back there, it's hard to pick this up. And so they're going to go with Javonte Hughes, and he's growing up right before our very eyes here tonight.
Yeah, and a physical specimen for a 15-year-old as well. He is going to have the colleges after him before you know it. Kick's going to be out of bounds. Last time Mac made him re-kick it. See what happens here. They're going to opt for the re-kick again. Jason Starren not getting overly excited about that touchdown. In fact, he had some words for his quarterback. I was like, what is there not to like, Coach?
Well, you know, coaches, man.
Coaches are never happy.
No,
can always do it better, but, man, it was hard to handle that football better than he did on that play.
Absolutely. And, you know, we talked about at the onset, they're missing one of their best defensive linemen, Javonte Reckner's brother, was on that team that beat Liberty Hill not that long ago. And so I would think all in all, Jason was being honest. This has been a pretty darn good first half of football for his Thunderbirds.
Theo Abraham has already shown us his blazing speed. So has Polanski. He keeps it up the middle. Big hit, but you gotta like the way he put the pedal to the metal to get it across the 30 into the 35. So MacArthur really needs to answer here. They've got all 3 timeouts, 1:47 to go.
Dimorian Lackey with the lick.
Another stop of the game or collision nominee.
Yeah, Lackey with the licky.
It's a Deke leader.
You gotta like it. Playing football here on a Thursday night.
Deke leader. Slobber knocker. First thing, he hit the ground were his shoulder blades. So here we go. Richmond's going to go quick here with tempo, I would assume. It's a Mega Furniture first down. And now we have a whistle. Mac will burn there first. Clean game as well. We've only had a couple flags. That kickoff on the opening kickoff and maybe 1 or 2 more, but that's about it. We're back in 15 seconds.
At Brazilian Top Team San Antonio, our kids and teen classes build more than strength. From anti-bullying to mental resilience, your child becomes part of a community that lifts them up. Sign up today for a free trial class at bttsa.com.
Just 4 penalties total on the night, 2 apiece. Don't forget to stick around for our D&H Plumbing halftime show. We'll show you those 2 great bands that you can vote for our Christus Children's Band grant. Also, David Chancellor, as always, has the Scholar Athletes. That's always inspirational. These kids are so amazing. It's all coming up on the DH Plumbing halftime show. All right. Things a little pressing now for the MacArthur Brahmas. 1:47 to go, 2 timeouts. Trey Richmond, that one developed way too slowly, and he was eaten up in the backfield by big Juan Gutierrez.
Yeah, Juan staying at home, and then I believe you're right. That was a design quarterback draw there, but even the receivers running down the field, they were blanketed by these Wagner DBs.
So it'll be 2nd and 12. Richmond, since Charrington in motion, rolls to his right, looking over the middle. Now fires to the outside, and it's incomplete. That ball was intended for Andy Mendoza, but it ended up on the ground. Jamion O'Brien in coverage, and he's our Ideal Precision Roofing and Exteriors player profile, a 2-year football letterman, academic all-district. He's in the National Honor Society, and he's already been offered to play at the next level by Mary Hardin Bailey.
Yeah, Jamion hurt his knee in last year's Piper game, just kind of rounding back into form. He went to an FBU camp in Naples during the summer, the Top Gun camp, and yeah, he picked up an offer already. Apparently UIW also interested. Kingsville, as we got a big play on defense here by these Wagner T-Birds on that front four. Oh, maybe come from the middle stretch there, huh?
Trez Vant Mason making another play. He's had a couple of big hits. And Mom, if you're watching, if you named him Trez Vant after Ralph, tip of the cap to you. The lead singer from the New Edition.
He's marching to a beat of a different drummer
Mr.
tonight.
Telephone Man.
He's coming through and making a big, huge play. I mean, now we talked about Wagner with their, dirty yards, 3 yards, 4 yards a pop, managing clock. Well, they hit a home run, and then their team gets off the field here quickly on defense. Maybe have another shot at another chance to score.
Yeah, I think that's why Mac was kind of managing that clock there because, as an offensive guy, you're always thinking aggressive. We got to get down the score, use our timeouts. But what you rarely think about is, what if it doesn't go right and we leave them too much time?
Yeah, MacArthur's got to be perfect on a lot of these plays, right? I mean, Trey Richland, they've got him rolling out a lot to try to avoid pressure, and they've been close on connecting on some of these pass plays, but it just has not been clean enough to this point.
So it's 4th and 19, and Wagner's going to get it back with almost a full minute and 2 timeouts. Another end-over-end kick that bounces high hopper. Going to back up Wagner all the way inside their 25. They'll have to go 78 yards in 39 seconds with 2 timeouts if they want to put more points on the board before halftime. But again, they may not be in a hurry to because they get the ball first here to start the second half.
Jordan Rios, the MacArthur punter, was amazing on that last punt, just finding the ears first off and then somehow getting the ball off and launching it. But you talk about a big-time punt in a must situation right there. What an amazing kick that was, tilting the field back in favor of the Brahmas.
Don't forget about the one he had in the first quarter where he pinned it inside the 1.
That's right. He's had a heck of a ball game.
He's been training with those punters from down under. Rolling out that soccer-style kick as they go to Price inside. Gain of 3, 4. There's our Gautier formal dresses band cam.
Michael Thomas on.
The band's formal. I like it when they dress up and wear the full uni, man. We're going to see a couple of good ones tonight at halftime on the DH Plumbing halftime show, and that's coming up now. That's going to do it. I don't think they'll snap it. They'll head to the locker rooms and
an explosive first half here.
all right, when we come back, it's the DH Plumbing halftime show. Stick around. We'll have both bands. We'll have the Scholar Athletes. Wagner leads Mac 21-7 at the break.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Little Caesars, the Gamez Law Firm, Beluga Air, DH Plumbing, Rush Max, Mega Furniture, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Absolute Power Electrical Contractors, Christus Children's, Gautier Formal Dresses, The Good Feet Store, Collision Experts of Alamo Heights, South Texas Family Medicine and Urgent Care, TELUS Equipment, Ideal Precision Roofing, Brazilian Top Team, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the DH Plumbing Halftime Report.
Beautiful night for football here in Converse, Texas. Wagner leads Mac 21-7 on Little Caesar Thursday Night Lights. It's the DH Plumbing halftime show. We told you the bands were going to be good. They're big, they're loud, and they are fantastic. And right now we're looking at the MacArthur High School marching band. They are led by Hector Trevino. They're on the field now, and earlier this week we talked to him. Take a listen.
My name is Hector Trevino. I've been teaching for 15 years in the San Antonio area, and this is my 5th year at MacArthur High School as their director of bands. This year we have 127 members in the band program. This year our show title is Twisted, and we're doing a marching show about solving a Rubik's Cube. So it's really cool. On the field you're going to see 9 cubes that are 10 feet by 10 feet. And throughout the show, the kids are working in solving that Rubik's Cube. So at the end of the day, all of the cubes get set to the same color, the same way that you would a Rubik's Cube by the time you solve it. This Saturday, we're going to be BOA, Bands of America, Central Texas, in San Marcos, Texas. We're going to be there at the Bobcat Stadium. 10:48 a.m. is our performance. After that, next Saturday, we go to Davenport for a U.S. Bands event. We're going to be at the Comal Classic the Saturday of October 11th. We have Region UIL on the 18th, and then on November 1st, we go to area. Hopefully, we make area finals and see where we go from there. We have a really good staff of band directors and color guard personnel here at MacArthur High School. We have Mr. Marshall Summers. He is in charge of percussion. We have Miss Veronica Salinas. She's an assistant band director here. She works a lot with our woodwinds and a lot of our visual fundamentals. And we also have Mr. Darius Kennedy. He is in charge of the color guard and is doing a phenomenal job in training those kids. We could not function without the MacArthur Band Parent Association, short for MBPA. The MBPA takes care of pretty much all of the events in the fall as far as organizing chaperones, making sure that the kids have a meal to eat when we get to the events, the competitions, the football games. They also financially support us with a lot of the expenses in the fall, like paying for trio riders, paying for props, paying for some of the instructional staff that comes in during the summer. So they're really vital in a very, very special organization for the MacArthur Band program. We really could not function without them.
Very nice. Good to hear about those parents and setting up for their big finale here. You'll get a chance to listen to them. And then if you want to vote for the Christus Children's $5,000 band grant, you can vote for MAC. Just scan the QR code on your screen while they are playing. You must be 18 to live in our viewing area. And they're almost finished with their preparation, and we'll listen in to the Brema Band. San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Valero are shining a light on teams and individuals who model key values through their actions. This week, we salute 2 schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. The Churchill football team paid it forward by volunteering with Oak Meadows Elementary as their athletes took time to read to the students and serve as role models, giving back and inspiring their future Chargers. Churchill football exemplified the importance of leadership and community impact. Seguin High School baseball athletes gave back by completing a community service project with Our Lady of the Guadalupe Church, helping them prepare for their upcoming bazaar. They prepared the church grounds for one of the biggest events of the year and helped support the religious education program, highlighting the impact of service while giving back to their local community. These athletes demonstrated the beyond the game values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service.
You're watching the DH Plumbing Halftime Report.
Welcome back. It's time for our Beluga Air Scholar Athletes of the Week. At the end of this year, Beluga Air will present a $10,000 scholarship to one of the students that we feature this year on TNL. David Chancellor introduces us to this week's Scholar Athletes.
You sent us this bio. It's fantastic. It's got all kinds of amazing things. But can we talk about what you put at the very bottom, the last thing that you wrote here, chef?
Wagner Senior Xander Hayes has some game in the kitchen, something he learned from his mom.
What's the best thing that you cook?
Steak, absolutely steak.
Yeah.
Steak and probably chicken Alfredo.
Hayes would love to turn that passion into a career someday, but for now, his focus is on leading Wagner's baseball team. He was voted team captain last year.
Being a captain is just being a good leader to my teammates, somebody that's able to be there for them, whenever they're down, keep everybody accountable, including myself.
Leadership is in his blood. He helps his mom and dad with his 3 younger brothers, including Zion.
My second oldest brother has autism. When it comes to helping him out in school, helping him around the house with schoolwork, chores, stuff like that, I've always been the one to kind of help him out.
92 GPA, Honor Society, FCA, and he works part-time when he's not at school or playing baseball. About the only thing he can't do is outcook mom.
Who's the better cook, you or mama?
Oh, absolutely mom.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Mom. Yeah, she has more years on her belt.
Speaking of moms, MacArthur High School's Daryl Copeland also has a good one.
Who's the athletic gene coming from? Mom, dad, grandma?
My mother. My mom, she's an amazing woman. She works so hard each and every day running around, and that's probably where I got the speed from. She's able to run around and get things done.
Talk about good genes. Daryl plays football, basketball, he runs track, and he wrestles. And his GPA is a 102.
Last time you got a B in the semester for a grade?
Never.
All A's?
All A's.
Mom gives you the athletic gene. Where does that drive come from?
My drive, it definitely has to come from her as well.
Well, you got one heck of a mama.
Daryl began studying sign language as a freshman. Now he teaches it at the Brook Hollow Library. The what is cool enough, but the why, that's what makes him truly special.
Every single Sunday we'll go and we'll go teach. We'll learn from the kids. We'll learn from the older people, because everyone has their own reason why they're there. And I have a reason why I'm there, and it's simply to connect. It's not to gain volunteer hours. It's not to build my resume. It's to connect and to understand all types of and groups of people.
You're watching the DH Plumbing Halftime Report.
It's halftime in Converse. Wagner leads Mac 21-7. The Wagner High School Band is now on the field for their homecoming ceremony. They're led by band director Raul Perez. Let's listen in as they get ready to celebrate homecoming. It's time to vote for the Christus Children's $5,000 band grant. To vote for the Wagner High School Marching Band, scan the QR code on your screen. You must be 18 and live in our viewing area. Thanks again to Christus Children's for sponsoring this year's $5,000 band grant.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Angel's gonna run it. Case and Angel, first down and more. Case and Angel, midfield, still on his feet. There he goes. He's off to the races, and no one's gonna catch him. Touchdown.
He doesn't see Holloway coming right there. Oh,
yeah.
Yikes. Lands on his head.
Fourth down, they're going to keep the offense on the field, going to the end zone. This ball's up for grabs. Jump ball, and it's caught. Oh, my goodness. Yes, it is. Hula again.
Going to see how he's doing, figure things out. A high snap way over his head. Again, a fine play, but he's in real trouble. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, just thrown down. And how about this? It's going to be chalk-jaw ball inside the Synovus red zone.
Plenty of time towards the end zone. And it is caught. Caught it is. Jaree Moore Stewart with a fantastic catch in the end zone. And it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for the Panthers.
To keep the Mules undefeated. Walker Bryant to hold. The kick is up. It is straight. It is perfect. And it is good. And the Mules walk off with the win at Lenox Stadium.
You're watching the DH Plumbing Halftime Report.
Welcome back. We're in Converse, Texas, Rutledge Stadium. Wagner leads MacArthur 21-7 here. At halftime, it's the DH Plumbing Halftime Show, and it's time for our halftime highlights. And it's been a good one here. Of course, that punt went inside the 1-yard line, but Wagner's offense went to work. The T-Birds, they threw it, they ran it, they got on the board. Javante Hughes to Xavier Lara with that score. Mac came back with a little trickeration. They had a double pass for nice pickup there. That led to a touchdown. Some big plays, big hits. Got some great collision of the game nominees. And then, of course, that running game. Hughes firing it out for the second score of the game. The touchdown to Loera. And then Hughes had his own 41-yard touchdown as Wagner went into the half up 21-0 as we take a look at the first half stats.
Well, you can tell that Wagner's done a really good job of stuffing up the run, and outstanding job actually by MacArthur hanging in there for most of the first half, but Wagner got a couple of stops, key stops on defense, and really helps when you get the home run ball from Hughes to kind of pull away here in the first half. 21-7, our score at the break. When we come back, second half action, Wagner will have the football first as they lead Mac 21-7 here at the break.
This is Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gamez Law Firm.
And the crown is set on the homecoming queen here at Wagner High School. Always a fun time homecoming.
Yeah, for all times, right?
And there's your king.
Outstanding.
Here at Wagner High School. Congratulations to them. Second half action straight ahead. Homecoming king in shorts. You gotta love it. Fun times here at Wagner High School.
Absolutely.
Seems like when we come to Wagner games, it's always, or Veterans Memorial, whenever we come to Rutledge Stadium, it's always homecoming for somebody. I think we had one last year.
Sauce with a goose here tonight.
Yeah.
In our Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights broadcast. As both teams run back out on the field. Halftime festivities concluded. Outstanding performances by the band. Now let's get ready for a great second half of football.
Interesting to see what happens here with the Wagner offense. Up 21-7, and remember they deferred, so they get the ball here. And if they can drive down and score and make it 28-7, it would make it really tough on the Brahmas. We said that prior to the long touchdown run by Hughes, and he popped off that 41-yarder on that great ball fake.
You know, they have done a pretty good job, I will say, MacArthur has, at stopping this flexbone run for the most part, right? But just when they got it figured out, for the most part, they got hit over the top by a couple of long pass plays, and then Hughes busted that long TD run. So some really explosive plays here by Wagner has them in pretty good shape as we start this third quarter.
All right, so Mac will kick it off. Wagner will receive. And we've already seen those speedy return guys for the Thunderbirds. Houston Sims, although he left kind of hobbled in the first half. I don't know if he's done for the night, but Jalen Jones will go back deep, as will number 30, Josane Scott, who had a big play earlier tonight as well. Afton Royal does the honors. It's a little squibber. They'll down it right there.
And probably wishing he changed his cleats. Not real thrilled with that. He tried to make a play and a little slippage there. And down the ball right around the 25-yard line.
Second half kickoff sponsored by the Good Feet store. And Javonte Hughes leads his T-Birds back onto the field. See his numbers on the night. Got a touchdown run. And you would think with this 3-touchdown lead, they will go back to their bell cow. Joyner Price, who's had a big night here tonight already. They hand off to him on first down, but whistles blow before.
A little too quick start there on the right side.
It's false start against Wagner. They'll back him up and replay first down. Can't blame him from being a little juiced up, get going here in the second half.
That's the one thing you don't want if you're Wagner, right? I mean, it's a pretty key drive. I think every drive is, but especially here to start the first quarter of the second half. And just a little sloppy getting off the ball on that particular play. And now let's see if they can overcome it on 1st and 15.
Hughes under center on that tight formation. They hand it inside to Joyner Price. And
wow, what a tackle, huh?
Nice play. That's that sophomore again.
Yeah, Jake Bonham.
Oh, Jake's a senior, 5'11", 200. Loss on the play. It's second down and long.
He came into this ball game tied for the leading tackler in the ball club, which is saying something because dude's a nose tackle.
And look at that. Price limps off. That could change things here. Looks like he's okay. He's trying to walk it off. Second down and long for Javonte Hughes. Pitches to the outside. Look out. They got the corner. Closing speed out there by Isaac Heath to take him out of bounds. Thought we might see something late. No flag, but it is good for Rushmack's first down, and that was Houston Sims. He's the man I said that was returning kicks but had limped off. Well, he's okay. It's Price who limped off now. And Sims is out there.
Yeah, Houston Sims with a burst on that run.
They show that option look again, but instead hand off inside. And that's Price back in there. Or was that 30?
Yeah, I think that was...
That's Jonze Scott.
Yeah, the junior with some real grit yardage right there. Blood and guts, his blood and his guts. good old-fashioned bully ball.
They've got a number of athletes that they can just plug in there. And Joe Zane coming through on that carry. It's another Rushmax first down, and they go to Joe Zane Scott again. He just picks up right where J. Anthony Joyner Price left off. Of course, Scott came into the game with 219 yards and 19 carries and 3 touchdowns on the year, so he's already had some success as the backup to Joyner Price this year.
Malone and Bradford over there on the left side too. Another really quick handoff and a quick hitter for good positive yardage for Wagner.
Here's Hughes inside again. And again, it's the same formula for success for Joe Zane Scott behind those big offensive linemen.
Yeah, LaTroy Bradford, 73. We talked about him in the onset. Just a mountain of a man.
Big 73. Scott comes off. Price goes back in on this first down for the T-Birds. It's a Rushmax first down. Price now. Quarterback keep. It's Hughes. He faked it to Price, and he keeps it himself and gets inside the 30. And they're clicking, running with tempo are the T-Birds.
Yeah, they were kind of waiting for the backfield there and the quarterback to try to catch up to the offensive line play, but it really is clicking on all cylinders tonight. And that was the one thing that Jason Stearns said. He really thought the offensive line as a whole has played pretty well. Even the seniors that they have on offense have some of these guys that were juniors on JV last year. But he's really been pleased with how well they've been moving, pushing people around.
Second and short. You're going to throw it. Hughes got a man wide open down there and just led him to the outside instead of the inside. If you'd have left it over his left shoulder, that would have been 6.
And it's really hard if you're the MacArthur defense, right? You're doing everything you can to try to stop this offense on the ground. And that particular time, Javante had a couple of receivers that were wide open. I mean, committing so much to stopping the run. That's what makes Wagner so valuable in this passing game, because they lull you to sleep and then they hit you over the top. As we take a look at Isaac Heath, got a couple of baseball players on this Brahmas football team, including Mr. Heath. He's also a wrestling guy, too. You don't see that very often.
He's been doing a great job in coverage as Hughes keeps for another Rushmax first down. And this offense just has so many options to it. You got the fullback dive, you got the fake to him and the pitch to the corner, you got the quarterback keep. It's complicated, but once you learn how to run it, it really keeps the defense confused, and Hughes right there comes up hobbling a little bit. It's another Rushmax first down. He hands to Price, who stumbles forward for 2. But once you think you got one thing figured out, they hit you with something else. And then that's not even to consider the passing game, which they've had success at as well tonight, too.
Yeah, it was a really nice play right there by Jaden Martinez, the MacArthur senior, kind of sneaking through there, down around the ankles and busting through to make a play on defense.
2nd and 7, ball inside the absolute power red zone. Hughes sends a man in motion, rolls out, keeps himself, and is brought down by Schaefer, who's had a nice night. Lennon Schaefer, the sophomore linebacker. So it'll be 3rd down. Don't know what their kicking situation is on the year. Ezekiel Virial's been good on his PATs. But you may consider 2 downs here to get 6 yards, especially the way Price has been running it.
Yeah, and you just see what the slow kill on the clock does, too. I mean, they've eroded almost 5 minutes off this game clock already in the 3rd quarter.
Javante Hughes, just a sophomore, good size to him, and we have a whistle and a flag. It's a timeout first. We'll take it with them. Wagner takes it. They're up 21-7, 6:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
River City Gymnastics. Chip Chick-fil-A, Up Partnerships.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by TELUS Equipment.
We're back, 3rd and 6. They're going to throw it, and it's incomplete. That'll set up 4th down for Wagner, who leads 21-7 here.
That might have been the first straight drop back pass we've seen of the night from Wagner, right?
After a timeout, and it just didn't do what they wanted it to do, so they'll go for it here on 4th and 6. I wonder if this flex bone has a little pop pass to a tight end. Looked like there was some early movement, no flags. Fires again, and a little too high for the intended receiver. Hughes kind of mad at himself. He wants that one back. It just had too much on it, but good defense by the Brahmas. They hold. They don't get the football back here. After watching Wagner eat up most of the third quarter clock, they get a stop, and we're back in 15 seconds.
At Brazilian Top Team San Antonio, our kids and teen classes build more than strength. From anti-bullying to mental resilience, your child becomes part of a community that lifts them up. Sign up today for a free trial class at bttsa.com.
Trey Richmond takes over with the MacArthur offense, hands inside for a gain of about 2 on 1st down. It's Mac trying to use a little breathing room here. Trayvon Charrington, leading rusher on the night.
Mac also going no huddle here, but he'll look at me to the sideline, waiting for the next play to come in.
TK Miranda to the left, Jordan Rios to the right. Instead, they go to Charrington. He's got a gap, and he's got the 25, and he's got a rush max 1st down. Good speed, good burst from Trayvon Charrington.
And an outstanding play call by MacArthur that time, sending some heat off the left side. They ran right into it and picked up a key 1st down here on this drive.
They'll bring Rios in tight. He's got great speed. Go to Charrington again. He tries to get the corner. This time Wagner doing a good job staying in their lane, staying home, and stopping him for no gain. He's 2nd down and 10.
Wagner starting to move some guys in and out of the lineup. Javon Davis, the junior linebacker, coming up and basically stoning him at the gate. Great tackle.
Another Gautier formal dresses band cam. We sure enjoyed both of those performances at halftime, Wagner and the MacArthur Brahma band. Charrington does a good job picking the right hole and picking up about 4. Set up 3rd down at about 5.
And MacArthur finding a little balance with this running attack.
Yeah, I like the pace that Charrington runs with. Good vision, picks the right hole.
And can't say enough about the job that Jordan Ricker has done in his first year here with these Brahmas. We talked about it. 9 sophomores starting, 10 play, new offense. He's got his hands full, but they look pretty good here tonight.
Go to Charrington again, and he's real close to that mark. He's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 4th down. You got nothing to lose. They're going to give him the first down. They move the chains. All right.
I guess you keep with the run play, right, until they prove they can kind of stop it here. Because once you started the second half, MacArthur finding some success on the ground. We showed you the stats at halftime. They were -4. Moving it quite well here on this drive.
Quarterback keep all the way for Trey Richmond. A nice first down gain for him as Mac now doing what Wagner did on their first drive of the second half. Hey, remember, during the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to stop always for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. 2nd and 7 for the Brahmas now. Ball at their own 40-41. Look out. Richmond's got some room. Across midfield down to the 46-yard line of Wagner, and that one just busted wide open for him.
Yeah, there's the catcher on your baseball team that picked up a college offer from Ottawa in Kansas, an NAIA school this week, so you believe the offers are going to start to come for Trey as the season goes along, as he tries to learn this new offense too, and playing quite well here on this drive.
It's another Rush Max first down as Charrington goes in motion. Richmond looking for him. Now fires, has a man that's dropped, intended for Zach Long, who just couldn't hang on to it. Max had a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, they're rally killers, right? You have your quarterback, sets his feet, squares his shoulders, throws a nice rope, and be a huge pickup if you could start connecting on a few of these, and makes the game awfully hard when you have to try to overcome those.
Getting close to the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. And a 2nd and 10 for Trey Richmond. Hands inside to Charrington. He's tripped up after a gain of about 3. Tried to spin out of it. And Jeremiah Cruz there to bring him down, and Cruz is everywhere tonight making tackles for the T-Birds.
And Charrington's lipping off. Not a good sign for the Brahmas there. This guy's been all world for them this evening. They can shake it off and get right back in there.
Amari Williams in with him out, junior. Instead they throw the slant. That was too high, intended for Polanski.
And I like the play design there, and obviously nothing wrong with Trey's arm back there. He threw a rope into some heavy coverage right there. Tell this guy, you can't play behind the plate in the baseball league that he's in and not have a cannon for an arm, right?
He's got one. We'll see what they do here on 4th and 8. They've had some receivers open tonight. Haven't been able to hang on to a few of them. Rolls left, throws, and that's picked off! And now fumbled! Who's got it?
That's a really good question. And maybe MacArthur may have gotten that ball back. How about that?
The T-Birds come away with it. Or do they?
I don't know. Looked like they were signaling one way and we got another, but yeah, just dropped the ball after the pick, and then who was that rushing in there? Was that Polanski?
Emmanuel James was the man who intercepted and then fumbled. And Polanski hustles in there, dives at it. But the Thunderbirds come away with it in the scrum. So James just outfought Polanski for the football.
Did they? I still don't know.
They've got it.
Okay, you're right.
They're lining up. Inside handoff to Price, I assume.
I saw a bunch of 70s and 40s running out on the field for Wagner. I'm like, okay, I still don't know what's going on with this. But could have everything to do with my advanced age and old eyes and the fact that I'm wearing cheaters up here in the booth.
2nd down and 7. Uniform czar will have something to say about player identification tonight. Pitch to the outside. That one going to Josane Scott for a gain.
I'm telling you, this Tanner Bean is a ball player, dude. I don't think I have to convince you. This guy has been all over the field. They got him down as a defensive back. It looks like he could play linebacker too, because that's where he's made the bulk of his bones tonight. Look at this.
Nice tackle.
Coming out of nowhere, and the buck stops with me.
He's a hustler. It's 3rd down for Hughes and company. They go to Price, who stops short. I'm looking right at it. The yard marker is exactly where I'm sitting. He didn't get there. It'll be 4th down and about half a yard.
And Lyndon Schaefer getting in on that one, another sophomore. I mean, these MacArthur guys, they're looking every bit the part, even though they're just puppies in the program.
So, staring.
Of course, I wouldn't call them puppies to their face. Don't get me wrong. There's some big cats down there for sophomores. They didn't make them like that when we were kids.
That's for sure. 21-7 and a 4th down, and they'll go for it, and they'll pick it up quite easily as that battering ram, Joyner Price, goes straight ahead for 3 or 4.
You talk about a quick moving 3rd quarter. We had one here tonight.
Might get one more snap off. Price with 20 carries tonight for 117 yards. Will they get one off? They will not. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with Wagner up 21-7. Same score we had at halftime. The T-Birds are driving at their own 47 when we come back. We're back. It's 21-7, start of the fourth quarter here. Midfield for the Thunderbirds. They pitch it out left, one-on-one, beats the first tackler. And has a little something to say for the second one as well, as Joe Zane Scott is not somebody you want to be messing with. He has showed some toughness here tonight. As you take a look at our Monarch trophies, we'll hand out the big one to the coach, the little one to our player of the game. Monarch trophy with T&L since the very beginning. 344-3777 for all your trophy needs. Business needs, plaques, awards, whatever you need, give them a call. Hughes on the keep. Has the Mega Furniture first down. Would have had a lot more, but he stumbled at about the 47.
Just enough for a first down, which, you know, you play this right. If you're Wagner, you can, regardless of whether you pick up a first down or not, you can eat 2 minutes off this clock.
Gautier formal dresses band can. Goes inside to Price. And Price makes you pay it when he goes forward. And he likes contact. And up over 120 yards tonight.
Yeah, both of these defenses playing outstanding football here tonight. Just MacArthur has just not been able to get enough creases down the field in order to make this a one-score game. But they got time. They're just going to have to find a way to get off the field right here.
Price 123 yards. Hughes keeps. Short game, but close enough to get you within a yard or two of a first down where you can just do that 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense. Let the clock run. Impose your will with that big offensive line. As I said, a huge weight advantage for the T-Bird offensive lineman.
Yeah, I'm going left side with LaTroy Bradford when I need a yard.
They go to Price. He's got the yard. He's got the first down.
Of course, that would be sliding Urban Houston on the other side, who's 6'5", 280. Aiden Hill also on the right side.
Just some monsters.
Yeah.
Right tackle, left tackle, just monsters.
They got a couple of undersized guys, though, too, but they know how to leverage themselves in this scheme. And, you know, again, Jason Sterin could not say enough good things about the way his O-line has played to begin this year.
It's a Mega Furniture first down. Go outside, off tackle with Price. And he just seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, that MacArthur defense has been out here a long time. 88 seems to be taking it just fine. What a ball game he is having. But it gets rough, man. When you're out there for as long as Wagner has possessed the football in this game, talk about that size advantage. It's really, really tough to try and get stops.
Second down in the flex bone. Quarterback keeps, doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, and good defense there by 18. It's Carson Scott, sophomore linebacker, so a lot to look forward to in the future with all these sophomores for MacArthur.
Yeah, Aganaga, sophomore. Schaefer, nose for the ball. You got some good ones.
88, who's been dominating tonight, too. Your favorite, Brema. Tanner Bean.
Quickly becoming. You haven't seen much from Isaac Heath down there in the back end. He does a really good job, too. 17.
Third down, whistle blows. And Sterin is beside himself. He calls timeout. Not happy with what he saw. And we'll take it with him.
Welcome back to Rutledge Stadium, where MacArthur very much in need of getting a stop here, down 2 scores with 8:10 remaining in the ball game. Coach Ricker and his staff trying to get off the field here on 3rd down.
3rd and 5. A fake it pitch left, throw it back right. That's almost intercepted.
He almost had us a 1-score game right there in one play.
Those 2 sophomores again, Bean and Schaefer, both right there.
88, he's the tall one. Faked the pitch, stayed at home, got off his block, got a hand on it, and just they couldn't quite get there. Out there a little bit too far in front of them, but man, that hangs in the air another second, and somebody's going to the house.
I tell you what, Bean is putting stuff on tape, isn't he?
100%.
4th down and 5. And now they'll take another timeout, and we'll take it with them. Here we go, 4th down and 5. Hughes rolling, gonna throw, going deep, and that ball is picked off. Mack has got it on their way back. Is that Dean?
Sure is, he's a defensive back.
Oh my goodness, he's playing everything tonight. Defensive end, linebacker, coverage. On the back end.
We got enough tape tonight to send him to the Hall of Fame. Dude has literally been everywhere. Right there, stride for stride. Of course, Wagner has nothing to lose. Throwing it deep and hoping for a jump ball on 4th and 5, but Mr. Bean having himself a night.
He's lined up at defensive end, linebacker, and what was that, corner? Just lined up at corner? What an impressive player. Don't look now, but we may have ourselves a football game if Mack can get down the field and cut this to a 1-score game.
Jump ball.
Is that ball loose? Was it picked off in the air?
I think it was caught by Mack.
After the deflection?
Well, the one thing you have to do if you're Mack and that ball gets tipped up in the air like that is, if you're not going to bat it down, you got to make sure at least nobody on the Wagner side is going to have a shot at this football. So let's see. Somebody got a hand on this. Oh, yeah, a couple of guys. You had one guy grabbing the quarterback's arm.
Straight up in the air.
44 got it and caught it.
Hard to keep track of. Charrington almost breaks loose. Gets back to almost the original line of scrimmage on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down and about 10. Time for another one of our ideal precision roofing and exteriors player profiles. Jose Galomo, 2-year football letterman, National Honor Society. Goes both ways, player and receiver. Not both ways, plays 2 positions, playing receiver and fullback. So we'll call it 3rd and 11.
See if MacArthur does something, try to get their quarterback out of the pocket, maybe try to see if they can find Polanski running down the field somewhere.
Desperation time now. You got to have something to get you 11 yards. He's in trouble. Fires and completes it. Wow, you had to have it, and he got it. Are you kidding me?
That's their playmaker, Polanski. But what an unbelievable play by Trey at quarterback.
He was in jail.
Richmond in no man's land, trying to make a play, keeps it up in the air just in the nick of time for Polanski. Took a shot at the end of that, but MacArthur's two best playmakers right here making a play when they absolutely had to have it.
That play right there keeps this game alive. If they don't convert there, they punt, game over. Rolls right, fires right, threw it behind Polanski. That play has happened 3 times tonight where Polanski's just like, man, if you just put it in front of me, just threw it just behind him.
Yeah, that's got to be caught, though. I mean, this is far from a perfect game, right? And these guys, Polanski's just a sophomore, so he's going to figure it out. There's no question about that, as well as he runs. But in that previous play where MacArthur picked up the first down, man, that's a lesson for all the young linemen out there. Don't go for the ball fake. Just keep going for the guy that's got the ball.
Richardson keeps. This is a design keep, showing his speed, showing his power, and down right on 40. And he's fired up.
As he should be. So a little life in the Bremas here. With under 6 minutes left to go, they get a punch, and it'll be game on.
Putting the shoe on was maybe the most impressive thing of the night.
Yeah, just a design quarterback run. And it's whatever you can do to get the guy down, right? You're grabbing for anything when big freight train Trey Richmond's coming to town.
So it's a mega furniture first down for the Bremas. Richmond rolls left, got a man way downfield, decides to run it out of bounds. That's a nice gain on first down, picks up a full 6. We may have 15 added to it. Nope.
I didn't see. I was watching Polanski run free down on the back end of the field over here.
No
he
flag.
got popped. I don't know if he got popped on the field of play, though. We're about to find out.
Sideline warning, maybe?
Personal foul, the indication against the T-Birds.
All right, so I didn't see the flag because it was on the sideline. Contact is inbounds. And then I guess they're going to call it on Big 97, standing out of bounds.
I don't know that he did anything, right? He was just standing there, but I don't know. I mean, when the guy goes to the ground on the sideline, put the officials in a very difficult situation.
Yeah, well, oh no, Richardson gonna keep. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Man, who was the guy that plugged that hole? You talk about firing the hole on that one. That 99? That was a heck of a play. Juan Gutierrez. Big fella getting him some.
Gutierrez has a sack, a hurry, a fumble recovery, 1 tackle for loss, 5 on the season. A little option to Polanski going the other way. That ball's out, loose. He recovers it and knocked down Coach Ricker. A little slow to get up. It's okay, Coach. If I went down like that, I'd be a week getting up.
Yeah, you have to call for a medic. I as well. All right, let's see, because I went with the first ball guy, or the guy that I thought was going to get the handoff, and then the pitch just a little errant, and then see some activity on the sideline there, which really makes this a tough third down.
Goes to Charrington. He's got a lot of it, and he got it, I think. It's right at the stick.
He got most of it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's got 10 yards to go. I'm looking at the front.
That's all right. It was still a heck of a run.
Yeah.
Your point, man. That was
3rd and 23.
Yeah, you don't think your guy's going to run it for 13, so at least they got the 4th down and it's manageable.
And we have a whistle and a timeout. And we'll take it with them. This one not over yet. 4:09 to go. Wagner by a couple of touchdowns. We're back. It's 4th and 11. Here's your ball game if you're a Brahma fan. Double pass again. It worked early. It's not working this time, and that play dies on the vine right there. They were looking to go deep.
And it was all covered up. I mean, at that point, sometimes you just got to let it rip and hope you get a miracle on the back end. But the back end of the Wagner defense doing a great job of reading their keys, not getting caught with their eyes in the backfield like a couple of the Cowboys got caught looking last week. You know, watch and see where the receivers are going and wait for the whistle to blow.
We're back in 15 seconds.
At Brazilian Top Team San Antonio, our kids and teen classes build more than strength. From anti-bullying to mental resilience, your child becomes part of a community that lifts them up. Sign up today for a free trial class at bttsa.com.
21-7, 3:57 to play. Wagner looking to run this thing out now with the lead. And the way they run that offense, that's what they'll try to do. Mac's got 2 timeouts, but we shall see. SanAntonioSports.org. Don't forget to nominate the teams that go beyond the game. And do that at SanAntonioSports.org. Middle schools, high school teams that are giving back in their communities. Second down and 6 for Wagner. And they're going to use every bit of that play clock. It's at 5 when they snap it. Price takes it forward for 3 or 4 more. It'll be 3rd down and 2. And they'll have 40 seconds to snap it again.
You know, what a gritty ball game by both of these teams. The defenses, you cannot say enough about what they were able to do tonight.
3rd down and 2. The uniforms are, Chuck, for you before you head down to the field. I read your mind when we were looking at the new Brahma logo on the side of that helmet.
I hope you like it as much as I do.
I do. I love it. It's clean. The entire uniform is clean. His Price is stopped. He may have gotten the line. We'll see what the line judge says. Max always had that block M on both sides of their helmet, really, but they've switched one out to go with the Brahma, and it's a kind of an Art Deco design, a little abstract of a Brahma, and it's really, really good art. We'll break down the rest of the uniforms when we come back.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
That's right. Tonight's school bus stop of the game, Jeremiah Cruz. He had a few of those tonight. Jeremiah laying the wood. That's tonight's school bus stop of the game. Always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and can result in large fines, points against your license, and license suspension. So they gave him the first down. It's a mega furniture first down for Javonte Hughes and this Wagner offense. Ball's out. Wagner got back on top of it. So it'll be no gain, and maybe that's a new quarterback, and that always happens when you put a new quarterback in there trying to get other guys a rep, and they just not familiar with the exchange between center and QB. Happens quite often. Saw it happen the other night with the Cowboys when Cooper Beebe went down and Brock Hoffman came in. Just the Giants game in overtime. Cowboys could have lost that game if they lose that fumble. And what a terrific scholar athlete you're looking at there, number 9 for MacArthur. David Chancellor's feature on Darryl Copeland at halftime was just terrific. What an outstanding young man. Mac has a lot to look forward to with the sophomore class. Represented themselves well here tonight. Not over yet. Down 2 touchdowns, about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Wagner runs it straight ahead. Gain of about 1. We're seeing some stat padding going on here for Joyner Price, who's now got 25 carries for 136 yards. 26 carries. Time for our collision experts of Alamo Heights collision of the game. Polanski had a nice night for MacArthur offensively. He's not afraid to lay a little wood there. The shoulder didn't quite get in, but impressed us enough for our collision experts of Alamo Heights collision of the game. There's the 2-minute timeout. New to high school football this year, that they take in the pros and in the colleges now. It's time now for our South Texas Family Medicine and Urgent Care play of the night. And man, you can take your pick. But how about Hughes to the house, 41 yards, kind of put the game out of reach. Made it 21-7 going into the half, and that's been the margin. Third down and 9. Wagner looking to put this thing away, and they pitch it to the outside. They'll pick up the first down and more, and that will get them the first down they need to just run out the clock, because Matt can't stop it anymore. So the Wagner Thunderbirds keep their district playoff hopes alive with the W. They've got a lot of work ahead, but they're going to get a nice W here tonight. And don't forget to vote for our $5,000 band grant, thanks to Christus Children's. You can scan the QR code. Remember, you got the whole season to choose a band, but if you're a Mac or Wagner fan tonight, vote tonight. Up the middle, straight ahead to Price. He picks up about 9 more. And what a night for Joyner Price. 143 yards on 27 carries. And just yeoman's work for that young man he's just a workhorse. Second down and 3. They'll drain the play clock. It's under 10 now. Snap it at 6. Straight ahead Price for some more. And the clock stops for about a half second to move the chains. And they'll have to snap it 2 more times. So Wagner will go to 500 inside district play. Pick up their second win of the season. And serve notice that they're going to battle Victoria East and Seguin and Bernie Champion for that 4th playoff spot, assuming Smithson Valley and Piper and New Braunfels do what's expected of them. Use her back up, take that last knee, and that'll do it. Our final score will be 21-7. The Wagner Thunderbirds getting the W here tonight at home on homecoming. It's always good to win on homecoming. And a valiant effort by Jordan Rickers and MacArthur Bramas. Again, a lot to look forward to with this sophomore group who is gaining some invaluable experience playing varsity football as youngsters. And they've got a couple of them. We saw with Dean 88 and some others that they'll be heard from before they graduate. Chuck McAtenick making his way down to the field. And we will hand out the Monarch hardware when we come back to the winning coach, Jason Starrin. And we'll choose our player of the game and have the post-game show when Little Caesar Thursday Night Lights returns.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Little Caesars, the Gamez Law Firm, Beluga Air, DH Plumbing, Rushmax, Mega Furniture, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Absolute Power Electrical Contractors, Christus Children's, Gautier Formal Dresses, The Good Feet Store, Collision Experts of Alamo Heights, South Texas Family Medicine and Urgent Care, TELUS Equipment, Ideal Precision Roofing, Brazilian Top Team, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights postgame show, presented by the Gamez Law Firm.
Welcome back. Our final score, Wagner 21, MacArthur 7. We are waiting for the victorious T-Birds to congregate. Had good action here tonight. Great punt by the Brahmas, pinned inside the one, but T-Birds scored first. Had a nice long touchdown pass from Hughes to get the scoring started. Then Mac pulling out some trickeration with the double pass. Mac getting on the board. Polanski didn't score here, but they ran it in. There's our big hit of the night from Jeremiah Cruz of Wagner. Hughes was really impressive tonight. Hughes and Price both. He threw this touchdown to Luerna, who got in. Also had that 41-yarder right before the half to make it 21-7, and that's all they needed. Let's go down and hand out the hardware with Chuck McIntyre and the victorious T-Birds.
Yeah, Don, thank you very much. Down here with a bunch of grit goblins tonight. What a ball game it was by the Wagner Thunderbirds playing against the MacArthur Brahmas tonight. 21-14, your final. Wagner, how does it feel being a T-Bird tonight, huh? Well done, fellas. Hey, shout out to the defense tonight as a whole. What a performance by you guys. J.J. Price toting the rock tonight. Where's J.J.? Well done, 20. All right, but the man of the hour is the man that accounted for 3 touchdowns tonight. Mr. Hughes, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Devontae Hughes, why don't you come up and say a word as we present you with our Monarch Trophy Player of the Game. Of course, always presented by our friends at Little Caesars Pizza. There you go.
Come on, folks. Let's go. I've been there before.
All right, Javante, can you first take us through, I think when people see the Wagner Thunderbirds, I think you're going to get a lot of run, and you guys really do that well. But tonight, you got them over the top a couple of times. How did it feel to throw those touchdown passes?
It felt good, and I'm glad that I got to complete the balls to my teammates and got the touchdown.
Okay, so how did it feel tonight? I know you're kind of new to the spot here and learning some new things here as you traverse your way through this sophomore campaign. How did it feel for you tonight as the game went along? Did you start to feel more and more comfortable as you went along?
Yes, sir. I felt more comfortable.
Okay, what about that rip and read that you saw? You did that really, really quickly. Were you amazed to see how quickly you were able to see that hole open and then get down the field?
Yes, sir.
41 yards on the night for you on that particular run. 3 touchdowns on the evening, and very well done, Mr. Hughes. Congratulations on your player of the game. Honor. Could have chopped that up into about 12 different pieces tonight. All right, head coach Jason Starron. Yes, thank you, Jason. Yes, very well done by your squad tonight. Yes, all right, what did you see from your vantage point? You said this was going to be a 4-quarter football game, and by golly, you called your shot.
Oh, yeah, it was a dogfight, and the season hadn't been going the way we wanted to, but we had a great devotional today, and Pastor Cliff told us, hey, you know what, we can forget the past, and we can start over anew, and that's what we did today. And so we're one win closer to the playoffs. We need 4, and we got 1. 3 more.
What was the thing that you were very pleased with the most tonight of all the great things that you all were able to do?
No, really, it's not about X's and O's. It's about resilience in this situation. Black Swarm. Defense wins championships, right, fellas? DWC, right there. You go. All right. So defense wins championships, and they stepped up tonight. When offense might have sputtered, defense stepped up. So we're proud to have a great defense and great defensive coaches.
All right. So we're now into district play. Obviously, there's still a lot to be determined. This has got to feel pretty good getting this first one, and then what do you see going ahead?
Oh, we need 3 more, and that's how we're going to prepare. We have a bye week, but there's no taking weeks off. We're going to lift weights. We're going to go to practice. J.J. Watt says rent is due every day. So we'll enjoy a win for a couple hours. We'll get to the film, and we got 3 more. We're gonna get 3 more. 3 more, right, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
How about you guys performing and how they did on TV tonight with all that, the added pressure of the cameras and the glitz and the lits and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, it's all good. And then, we've been up since about 5:30 in the morning for the pep rally. So, yeah, I'm real proud of these guys.
All right, they'll sleep like babies tonight, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep.
Sleep like grown men. Way to go, you guys. Well done, each and every one of you. Congratulations. And as we present you with the Little Caesars Thursday Night Lights trophy for the Eagles. Congratulations, Wagner Thunderbirds. Don Harris, back to you.
All right, thanks, Chuck. Congratulations to the T-Birds. We'll come back to wrap it up next.